Today we have a story time of a Minecraft kid who gets caught hacking, and it's a pretty great story of instant karma. So yeah, sit back, relax, leave a like on the video, and let's get right into it. So the subscriber who sent in today's story, we're going to call him Mike, and I got the name Mike from the comment section down below. So if you want me to use your name, your friend's name, your dog's name, any name really, leave in a comment down below. I do look through the comments for a new name. Anyways, right, so Mike, the subscriber who sent in this story, he actually owns a server where people can go on and play Minecraft on, and it's not like a massive server. This isn't like secretly Hypixel or something. Like, this isn't like the owner of one of those massive clients, or servers, I should say, but it's still big enough that, like, it's not his full-time job since he's still a teenager, but it's worth the time that he puts into it. There's at least, a couple hundred people on at all times, which is really impressive. But anyways, right, this story happened back, I don't know, a little while ago, so his server wasn't as popular as it is now, but, he did still have like 10 to 20 people on it almost all times, or at peak times, I should say. Not as many people on at like 2 in the morning, but he gave me a story of this time that this kid came on, and it was obviously hacking, but instead of instantly banning the kid, he decided to mess with him first, and it turned out to be a pretty funny story. So anyways, right, this happened one day, and, Mike was just, checking his server, seeing if everything was running correctly, talking to like the 2 or 3 other people that he had help him. At this point, the server didn't need like full-time paid staff, so these were like his friends / people he met online that like kind of volunteered their effort to help. And, one day as he was just kind of chilling there, he got a report that, there was some kid that was like suspected for cheating or whatever. And, as, he did, he went and he spectated one of the games. He got the username of the kid and he went ahead and spectated him, which basically means that he can watch this kid play on his Minecraft server without the kid seeing that he's being watched. So the owner of the server, aka Mike, the subscriber, he spectated this kid. He watched this kid play like a PvP duel against another guy. And it was pretty obvious, right, that this kid was hacking, right, that he was reaching from many, many blocks away. And normally, right, Mike would have just like straight up banned this guy, as it was pretty clear that he was hacking. But he noticed that in the chat, right, the Minecraft kid who went on the server and was like hacking and beating up other players, right, after winning the duels when he was obviously like hitting them from much farther away than like was, possible in vanilla, like he wasn't just really good. It was just very blatant, right? Afterwards, he was typing in chat like, "You suck, you're so bad, you're the worst at Minecraft," or whatever, like, "I'm so much better than you, you're legitimately the worst player I've ever seen." Just being super, super toxic and saying stuff like how much better he was, even though he was the one who was like using cheats because he wasn't good enough to play normally, and these people probably would have absolutely rocked him normally. So in most cases, Mike would have just straight up banned this kid, but it just because he was like being extra toxic, Mike was like, "You know what, I have nothing better to do this morning, so let's just mess around with this kid a little bit before we ban him." So Mike notices that this Minecraft kid / the hacker, right, there's kind of multiple features to the server. There's like a PvP side, but then there's also like an SMP style side where people can go on and like, build in a survival world or whatever and have their progress saved. So the first step of Mike's trolling efforts is he wants to troll this kid in his pre-saved Minecraft world, right? So, the kid, Mike like kind of teleports to the kid and is still in like the incognito kind of like private spectator mode so that the kid can't see him. And he notices that the kid is going mining right now. And it is very, very clear that this kid has a texture pack on, aka X-ray vision, to help him find diamonds, because this kid is zigzagging all around with his mining trails and always seems to be finding diamonds, right? If you don't know, X-ray is like a texture pack that if you see on screen right now, like all the blocks, there is a texture pack I'm using now, and you can go through and make different blocks, different like textures. And X-ray, it basically assigns a clear texture pack to everything besides like diamonds or whatever ores you want to be trying to find. So this kid is obviously using like a X-ray, which is illegal on most servers to use, and it's super, super obvious. So the first troll that Mike wants to do is, as the Minecraft kid / the hacker kid, we're just going to call him the Minecraft kid, as the Minecraft kid is cheating to find diamonds, and like he has at least 3 stacks of 64 diamonds in his inventory, Mike just goes in, uses one of his admin commands, and deletes one of the stacks, right? One of the stacks of diamonds. And he watches, and the kid is like mining away, and then he stops for a second, and it's pretty clear that he's like looking in his inventory and trying to figure out where his diamonds are. But then he goes back to mining, assuming that he just thought that it was almost placebo, that he thought that he had 3 stacks, but he really had 2. And then Mike goes ahead and deletes the other 2 stacks. And this is when the kid stops again, and he just kind of he's looking, and he's like, his player isn't moving, and Mike is watching him. And then he notices in chat that the Minecraft kid types, "This server sucks, so laggy, just lost all my diamonds." So obviously, right, this kid is a little bit upset. So the kid is he's like, whatever, man, this server is lagging out or whatever. So the kid starts to make his way back towards his base. And here's the thing, right? The kid has a really good pickaxe and a really good diamond armor with some really high level enchantments on it, which took him a lot of time to get. So Mike decides that this would be a perfect time to put a charged creeper in front of him in this 2x2 tunnel that he made. If you don't know what a charged creeper is, it's basically a creeper but struck by lightning. And the damage it does is 10, 15x or a lot more than a normal creeper. And the other thing that Mike does before he drops the charged creeper is he teleports back to the kid's base and he breaks the bed. If you don't know, in Minecraft, a bed allows you to respawn at a set place where normally you just respawn wherever the spawn point was. And this kid had built his base really far away from spawn just so people couldn't go in and blow it up or take his stuff. So when, Mike, in his spectator mode, placed the charged creeper in front of the kid tried to fight it, and then obviously he couldn't beat it in time because Mike put 2 other charged creepers behind him as well. The charged creeper exploded, destroyed the Minecraft kid, and the Minecraft kid respawned. But instead of respawning in his base, which would have sucked because he lost his armor and his really good tools, he didn't just lose his tools and his really good armor, he also was sent to the beginning of the map, super far away from his base. And while we don't know if he saved his coordinates or not, he started having a rage fest in chat. So we're going to assume that he did not save his coordinates and he had no idea where his base actually was. Speaking of creeper, comment creeper down below if you'd like a heart. I'm going to go through and heart as many comments as I can that say creeper in them. And if you want a better chance of getting a heart, comment creeper 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 times or something. Don't comment it too many times or YouTube might time you out or something. But comment it a few times down below and leave a like if you haven't already. But anyways, right, so the Minecraft kid was completely freaking out in chat. He's like, "This server sucks. It's so glitchy," or whatever. And obviously he's just mad because he lost all of his progress in the SMP style aspect of the server. So when this happens, right, the Minecraft kid, he leaves the queue for the SMP and he goes in the queue for the PvP element, because the server is basically broken up into 2 pieces: the player versus player duels, and then the SMP style vanilla Minecraft type, survival, whatever. And so he's done with the survival aspect as all of his progress is now lost. And he goes back to dueling people. And he's using the most aggressive cheats and hacks ever. This kid is hitting people from 6 blocks away. If you don't know, normally I don't think you can hit people more than 3 or 4 blocks. So this kid was hitting kids from 6 blocks away. And then he was after defeating them, as he obviously does because he's cheating super hard, he goes in chat and says, "You guys are awful. I'm the best at PvP. You guys suck. LLL." This standard toxic behavior. So at this point, right, Mike has already trolled the Minecraft kid a little bit, and he could just go ahead and ban him. But Mike, you know what? He wasn't done with his trolling endeavors. He had nothing he needed to do that day, and man, he had a lot of fun trolling him on the SMP style, so might as well troll him in the PvP as well. So he didn't want to make it super obvious, so Mike basically went into one of his admin settings and changed his name so that it wasn't obvious that it was him. So then it was his name was hidden and it was given a new random name or something. So no one was able to know that this was actually Mike, aka the owner of the server. And next what he did was he didn't dual request this kid because maybe the kid would have ignored it and just stayed in the general dual queue or whatever. He just made it so that the next person that the kid would play would be him. He had some admin powers that allowed him to do such, right? So anyways, Mike queues in a game with this kid. And it's standard kind of like Minecraft PvP. They have a bow, they have a rod, and they have a sword, and they have golden apples or something. That's kind of their form of healing. and they go in, and this kid is missing all of his rods. The Minecraft kid tried to bow Mike a few times, but completely missed him, so obviously any hacks he had on were not for the rod or the bow, because he didn't even touch Mike at all. But when it came to actually swinging the swords at each other, this kid was reaching or being able to hit Mike away from so many blocks that it was so obvious that he was cheating. And the kid, sure enough, after like hitting Mike a bunch of times, and while Mike didn't die because he was able to kind of escape, kind of rotting the kid back so he couldn't touch him anymore and gappling up, which is aka eating his healing, the kid decided to go into chat. The Minecraft kid then said like, Mike, he didn't say Mike, he said like whatever like fake username Mike was using. He said insert Mike's fake username, right? You're garbage, lol, I'm so much better, right? Even though he was obviously hacking / cheating. So Mike had a set of commands that he had saved to kind of troll anyone if he really wanted to, and he decided to release one of them. So the Minecraft kid was about to heal up, meaning he was about to eat his golden apple that would heal some of his hearts, because Mike, even though being at a significant disadvantage, was pretty good at Minecraft and was still able to get some hits on the kid. So as the Minecraft kid started gappling up, instead of like what a golden head or a golden apple being able to regenerate hearts, the kid instead, it was coded because he used some kind of like, he had some kind of preset commands that he had that instead the golden apple, instead of giving a regeneration effect, gave a poison effect. So at this point, right, after the kid eats the golden apple, right, he starts taking damage. And he immediately goes in the chat and is like, this server's so bad. Like, what is this? What is this glitch? This is the worst thing ever. And then Mike, starts fighting him again. And, right, the poison effect eventually wears off, and then the Minecraft kid runs away into a corner. And when the Minecraft kid runs away into the corner, Mike kind of lets him, he's thinking, oh, he's going to heal up again or whatever, right? But instead, the kid goes into the corner so he can exit Minecraft and go to his hack client and make the reach even more blatant. So when Mike and the Minecraft kid start fighting again, the Minecraft kid starts hitting him from like 8 to 10 blocks away. Super, super far. And at this point, right, Mike is just like, oh my god, right, like how is this even possible? And so normally this kid would probably be banned, but the anti-cheat doesn't ban people immediately so that the creators of the hacked clients don't, learn what triggers the anti-cheat. So this kid was going to be banned by the anti-cheat at some point, but Mike was hoping that he'd be able to troll him for just a little bit longer. So the next thing that Mike did was he replaced the sword that the Minecraft kid had and was hacking with a stick. So now, even though the Minecraft kid was hitting Mike from like 10 blocks away, it was doing literally no damage. And then once again, the Minecraft kid types in chat, this server sucks, it's glitching so bad. And the final thing that Mike does to troll this kid is he does the /kill command, and lightning comes out of the sky and just obliterates the Minecraft kid. And in chat, Mike types, he now undoes his username, so it's very clear that it's him, the owner of the server. He kind of ats the Minecraft kid and says, "You're trash, lol." At this point, right, the Minecraft kid, instead of fighting back or saying like, no, you're garbage, like your server sucks or whatever, he realizes, because he would have done that to anyone else, but since he's the owner of the server, he's like, oh my god, like I don't want to get banned. And the kid said, good game, man. Because at this point, right, he just realized he's been fighting the owner of the server the whole time. He's like, oh my god, don't ban me, bro, don't ban me. He's like, good game, that was a really good fight. And the owner of the server, Mike, is just like, bro, come on now. And sure enough, yeah, the Minecraft kid's like, wow, that was such a good fight. Do you want to fight again? And Mike was just like, nah. And then he bans him. He's like, nah, banned. Subscribe if you haven't already. Now go watch another video. There's some on screen, some that are recommended. Go watch another video or I'll cry. Thanks, bye.